little extra. Uncensored, unedited, and almost uninterrupted. Get ready for the most extra podcast known to man. The Ace and TJ Show presents the Extra Funny Podcast.
Yay. Oh, I was just clapping my hands with the whole hand hitting the other whole hand instead of a fingers to palm situation. And that reminds me of Paula Abdul because she always did that. Paula Abdul has gotten a little boost in her popularity lately because she does this thing on her Instagram and maybe the TikToks where she dances with people like maybe somebody famous. She does a little like that weather guy that we know that was here in Charlotte and he's in New York now or wherever he is. Yeah. She did one with him because he's known as the dancing weatherman. And then there are other people, I mean, and they're really good. And she's all fit and healthy and everything now. And so she's still doing all these dances. It's pretty cool to watch her doing these dances.
I just saw one the other day after Cubby was here. And I thought it might have been because we were talking about her that day because he knows Paul Abdul. But yeah, I just saw a TikTok pop up of her dancing with some people the other day.
Yeah.
How old is she now? She's
about
61.
79.
She's 61. Still doing great.
What y'all laughing at?
Nothing.
Y'all smirk to each other like these two dumbasses are talking about something that's not.
Not at all what I was smirking about.
What? What?
Nothing.
It was something.
Yeah, between me and Riggins.
What was?
No, I was just saying because Ace said that Cubby knows Paul Abdul. I said, "Oh, flex."
Oh.
See, it wasn't anything.
As in not really a flex sarcasm, or it is a flex because it's Paul Abdul because he does know her.
Yeah, it's a flex. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Flex is for all.
So, Rob.
Yes.
This thing that you sent me a few minutes ago, is that just a nerd thing, or is that like those plushy furry type things?
I think it's a combination. Like I feel like nerds are more prone to be furries.
Yeah. And furries are people who are attracted to people in mascot costumes, right?
Correct. Yes.
Like a sexual desire for that. And this is something that was on some sort of a nerd website that you go to about gaming and all?
Yeah. I frequent about 3 different websites. This is the one that I go to the least often, and maybe the one that I stopped going to after this.
Yeah, but it's pretty interesting. Disney's hottest animated animal characters, and they have ranked them in this whole thing.
Animal characters.
Animal characters. 20 of them. Bernard from The Rescuers, Tramp from Lady and the Tramp, Rita, Oliver and Company.
Yeah, they have 20 of them, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the hottest?
Yeah, hottest. Like the most attractive, sexiest.
Well, I think
What?
I've told you guys that I had a step cousin that was in love with Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and like was in love. She would write on her notebooks, "I love Goku," like obsessed with him.
But he's a person, at the very least.
But it's still it's a cartoon though. It's not a real person.
Yeah, but again, to Rob's point, at least it's a cartoon person,
I guess, yeah.
and not a cartoon animal.
And was she a child?
Yeah, she was like a teenager,
Right.
so not really a child.
Okay, well these are grown peoples.
This is
like number 10, Lady from Lady and the Tramp. Yeah, that little bitch was hot.
It's a dog, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Barney.
Not just a dog, Ace. A cocker spaniel. I don't know. I can't make up my mind whether I want or spaniel.
My God.
Hot tiger from Zootopia. I don't even know what that is.
I mean, there's a bunch from Zootopia on this.
Mm-hmm.
Judy Hopps.
Nala from The Lion King. Simba.
Those are kids.
So would it be like also Lola Bunny? They make her look like that on purpose, though, like very.
Well, that's not Disney though. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Roxanne from a Goofy movie. Beret Girl from an extremely goofy movie. And number one is Robin Hood, the sexiest animated Disney animal.
He is not. Those tights.
Robin
ew.
Hood the Fox.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
He has a nice smile.
He has a. Oh, that fox got a nice
He has a
smile.
nice
Together,
smile.
that's weird though.
So-
You're talking about cartoon dogs being sexy?
Well, I mean, it fits right along with being sexually attracted to people wearing mascot uniforms.
Are all furries? It's all about. It is sexual. It's not. They just like to dress up in costumes.
I think they say it's not sexual, but
We know better.
I think it is.
That's because you can't see a protrusion down there in those mascot outfits.
That's disgusting.
Whoa.
Oh, by the way, the subtitle of this it's Disney's hottest animated animal characters ranked, but then it says, and the scientific explanation for thinking they're sexy.
Yeah. In other words, don't just think we're freaks.
So they try to explain it away. They come up with some scientific reason why the fox, Robin Hood the fox, is sexy.
Yeah,
Right.
Get out of here.
Well, because we live in a world now where you can't criticize anybody's kink.
It says that he's a bad boy with good intentions.
Ew.
Part of
Yeah.
what makes him the sexiest Disney animals is his charming British accent and medieval style tunic and feathered cap.
Hello.
And it says
tunic.
something about him standing up to the establishment and all that. He robbed from the rich to give to the poor, and but I mean they kind of got that. At least they said standing up to the establishment, because the rich that Robin Hood was stealing from was the tax man, the oppressive tax collector. So he was basically stealing money from the tax collector and giving it back to the people.
Was it a woman or a man that wrote that?
It's a woman.
It's a woman.
They wrote the article.
Yeah, Caroline Madden.
Oh, I bet she's hot.
I tried to find out more information about her, but she's only made 2 posts. This one, and then Ariel was always a role model, but the live-action Little Mermaid makes her stronger, was her other article.
Wonder how long it's been since she's bathed.
I will note that the comments were turned off of this this
Yeah, I'm
particular
sure.
post.
Yeah, you don't want to get into that.
Can't deal with criticism.
Man, I would like to talk to an actual furry person.
Yeah.
A furry them.
Because do they want to be dressed up in the outfit, or they just want their mate to be dressed up in the outfit?
I think it can be either.
Yeah, I thought they all dressed up.
How do you
thought
get
it-
anything done?
I thought if you were a
You're both in
furry, everybody
costume.
dressed up.
I don't know. A lot of mascots have, that you see at the NFL games and stuff. Their outfits are crotchless.
Ew.
Yeah.
Can you imagine walking
That's what
into
I heard.
that? Two
Yep.
furries just going to town.
Yeah, like being attracted to lug nut or something.
The Speedway mascot.
What is wrong with you?
Would that count if the mascot's not an animal?
Let's see. Definition of a furry.
Because it has to have
Okay.
fur, right? To be.
I don't know.
You would think.
But only about, this says, I Googled it, only about 20% of furries have costumes. They want to costume, they go to conventions. Not all furries are fursuiters, F-U-R-S-U-I-T-E-R-S, and some fursuiters aren't really furries. Some are just people who like to perform.
And they also have like different personas. They have their fursona.
Their fursona.
Yeah.
This is my first time. I'd rather go in the costume so people wouldn't be able to see my face. Now we just
Yeah.
know you're a I don't want to say.
I really don't think they care if what you,
You don't
think about them. No.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be hot though.
Oh, and it probably smells musty in there.
Oh, it smells like boiled meat.
Yeah. Ew.
So the
you
furry,
say?
it's defined as interest in anthropomorphic animal characters.
Yeah, freaks. I mean, how is that more than 2 steps away from bestiality?
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, it's not.
very
It is-
close.
It's definitely 2 steps away.
But
They've been around a long time. They're not going anywhere.
On their Wikipedia page, it says the interest in it skyrocketed after the film Zootopia released.
When was
yeah.
Zootopia released?
2016.
Porno.
But I know.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm saying it.
Oh,
must
to
have been-
them?
It must have been like
Yeah.
porn.
But the first time I ever saw this was on that HBO series, like in the early 2000s, Real Sex. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, because there were only furries and plushies.
Yeah.
And one was attracted to mascots and the other was attracted to stuffed animals, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I thought a plushie was humping stuffed animals.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's right.
Ted was kind of like that too. I mean, he was a teddy bear and he was doing gross
I
things.
thought you were talking about Ted Lasso for a
No,
second.
like Ted, the movie Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't make it very far into that movie. It was
man.
terrible.
I looked up plushie thing and it brought me to plushophilia, involving stuffed toy animals. Yeah,
Yeah, so-
yeah.
I know my kinks now.
Well, you're a damn plushophile.
What is your persona?
So
But so the furries, it does have to be an animal mascot thing. Is any of that?
I don't think it has to be like a mascot. It can just be any sort of like. I think
Any costume of an animal.
I don't even think it's costumes. Like they like the characters that are anthropomorphic. So like they could like these Disney people are furries if they like these animated characters.
Okay, so you don't have to actually be in contact with someone dressed in fur.
No, but like any other weird thing, the people who enjoy it will group together whenever they find each other.
Yeah, and I don't like all the rule changing. When you start something like plushies and furries, this is what it meant.
I got
Then
this
you're gonna
and
start
this,
throwing
yeah.
other things in here. Set up your own little section. Don't just try to pile on to what's already established. Go do your own thing.
yeah, agreed. We have. You learn what this is and what that is, and then a few years later, this and that become 3 or 4 other things. And it's like, man, I'm confused. This is what we're dealing with.
So
Yeah, that's part of the technique.
So you're
Always
saying, like-
change the language,
Yeah.
so you can't keep up with what's what. And then when you don't understand it or you use the wrong term, then they just blast you.
right.
So
It's just tearing down everything when you can't keep up with what words mean because they change all the time.
So you're saying that furries should be separated, like the people who like the people in the costume should be furries, and the people who like the cartoons should be somebody else?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Furry means it.
Right.
Back in my day, it meant something. You were attracted to furry creatures.
What would we
Plushie was attracted to stuffed animals because they're not furry; they're plush. They're soft. They're squishy. They're all of that. So now you start throwing in people who are sexually aroused by cartoon characters and animated animals. How can you say you're a furry when there's no fur?
Yeah.
When it's just
Yeah.
paper.
So there is a tunophile, which is just animated characters in general. So I mean, maybe it's a
That's what
combination.
they need to be.
It's like a combination of the two, a furry
Yeah.
tunophile.
And I'm not saying they can't have their conventions together, but just have separate booths. You got all right. The furries are having a guest lecturer in this ballroom of the hotel, and the tunophile, whatever they're called,
Yeah.
which would to me say that they're sexually attracted by fish.
Yeah.
If they're attracted to tuna, but you're over there. Cartoon freaks are over here. Stuffed animal people are in this room.
Yeah.
Furries are over here. Y'all hook up together at the bar after the sessions, after you have your little lectures. But you can't just all be part of the same thing. Doesn't
pick.
work that way. Yeah.
Pick
You're
one
gonna
or the other.
confuse normal people. You want people to understand you, and I'll stop confusing them by changing the rules and the meanings of the of these fetishes, fetishi, if you will.
Well,
Now, would they be offended if I called it a fetish?
I don't know. I mean, if you can call them a tunophile, it's like you don't want to be. You don't want your name to end with file.
Right. Never.
Nothing
That's
good
not a
comes
good
before.
sign.
No. What a bunch of wackos. Man, how do you say it? Anthropomorphic?
Anthropomorphic, yeah. It's having human-like qualities is what that stands for.
And Rob, you've never run into any of these people in person?
Now, remember, we had an intern who was a tunophile. Remember Awesome Austin?
Do people know about that?
Yeah. We talked about it
I was
on the
like,
air.
you just put out his business
No,
out
we
there
talked
right
about
now?
it on the air.
Did you call me a tunophile?
We didn't have the word for it at the time.
He was attracted to cartoon characters?
Yeah, he was attracted to anime, remember?
Oh, he wasn't just joking?
No.
Oh,
I don't remember that at all.
I thought he was playing.
No, he was not playing.
So what does he do to himself?
That is not a question I asked, to be honest with you.
I mean, the only question I would want to ask.
How does that work for you?
I don't know.
Like watching regular cartoons and being attracted? Or are they like
Oh, he was
adult?
watching anime for
Oh,
sure.
anime.
Yeah. Like hentai, as it were.
Which I think, all of that has just been a kick in the pants to the civil society. All that anime. Not anime as in Tina Turner, her real name.
Anime.
Wasn't that Tina Turner's real name?
Eat cake anime.
But it started with that Hello Kitty in the U.S., didn't it? Wasn't that the first anime that came over here, infiltrating our system?
I think it may have been Sailor Moon.
Oh, I love Sailor Moon. That was a good
Hello
one.
Kitty was probably somewhere along. It was close, probably.
Sailor Moon was a good one.
And they just brought that Hello Kitty over here like it was innocent. This is just the Japanese version of Strawberry Shortcake, but I was on to them.
You knew.
Well, this says it was Magic Boy and the Tale of the White Serpent.
Oh, I got to watch something right here.
Hell yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, come on, Magic Boy.
Oh, Magic Boy.
With the white serpent.
When did Hello Kitty become popular?
I said in the 70s was when it started, so probably in the 80s.
I don't remember it in the 80s.
It's like Betty Boop, too. They made her very sexy
No.
looking.
Oh, yeah.
Rob's right. Hello Kitty became an international phenomenon by the mid 80s.
You knew good and damn well I was right. I'm just
You
kidding.
didn't have Hello Kitty in rural Louisiana?
No,
What?
I remember seeing Hello Kitty stuff around.
I didn't. Now, Betty Poop, we did. We knew what that was. Betty Poop.
Oh, my God.
Man.
But I never found Betty Poop to be hot.
You didn't like that big old head?
I don't think animated things are sexual in nature.
I thought the guy from Mulan was hot. I remember thinking that.
Which one? With the mask?
No, the boyfriend,
Oh,
the son of the emperor.
I never saw Mulan. I don't go
Yeah.
into all that
Li
crazy.
Shang.
That's him.
I don't go into all
Look
that
at him. He hot.
crazy, outlandish stuff about girls being heroes.
Outta here.
Who would believe that?
I know.
Huh?
No, really, I didn't think I would like Mulan because I was an adult. I think already, right?
It's one of the best.
Yeah, it was probably in the 90s or late 90s.
Yeah,
Some of the best music.
I was already in radio, being, badass. I got married in '94, so.
I think Donny Osmond did a voice for one of the singing voice for.
Oh, he's dreamy. Donny Osmond.
That seems racist for some reason.
It probably was.
Donny Osmond, like the whitest guy ever.
Like whatever he was
Mulan.
doing in Mulan, he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Is it?
That would not fly today.
If someone asks, tell them it's more than a little funny. It's extra funny. More of Ace and TJ's Extra Funny podcast coming up.
Coming up tomorrow on Ace TJ TV.
The Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is back tomorrow morning live at 9 Eastern 8 Central. You can watch or listen on the Ace and TJ app. And on Wednesday, we like to help people through our charity, Peyton's Promise. If you'd like to contribute or donate, all you have to do is head over to peytonspromise.org. We'll talk to you Wednesday.
It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show, live starting at 6 Eastern, then available on demand anytime once done after 9. This is Ace TJ TV.
Hi, I'm Thomas Davis, and let me tell you why I'm a proud member of Team Neogenics.
If your nagging pain is keeping you from being active, do something about it. Join the long list of pros and average Joes who have found relief with our stem cell and regenerative therapies.
After trying all the others, I decided to try Neogenics. My knees and shoulders haven't felt this good since my college days. If you want to get back in the game, do what I did. Visit Neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain.
Every program from the Ace and TJ Empire is created in the Calitrin studios. You want help losing weight? Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you do just that. Go to acetj.com/weight loss and order today.
Lift!
You've heard of our all-star delivery team.
All 5 stars, every customer, every time.
But until now, you had no idea the rigorous training it takes to have the best delivery team in business.
That's it. Pivot. Pivot.
Save big on these Adirondack chairs and have them delivered by the best in the biz. Only at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
So proud of him.
Sounds like a sweet delivery to me.
When it comes to making memories this summer, whether it's with your family, your friends, your significant other, there is one place where you can do it all. And that place is Gaston County. Go to acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston to find out about all the incredible stuff that you can do this summer in Gaston County. Hiking, biking, swimming, shopping, great places to stay, and things like the Ridgeline Craft Beverage Trail. Gaston County offers a lot of different and unique opportunities for you to make some incredible memories over the summer. And many of them are outdoors. This is a special time of the year, not too hot, just right for zip lines or hiking, biking, getting out on the trails. Makes no difference. They visit and find out all about the incredible things to do this summer in Gaston County. That's acetj.com/Gaston to find out what's happening in Gaston County.
The Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
This music is so dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like something like, it reminds me of like an NFL Films type thing. And then the Chargers refuse to die. Or whatever.
Chargers.
I don't know why I picked the Chargers all of a sudden. Just
how did you pick an Old South accent? The Chargers.
I was hearing the voice of that really classic guy that does all those NFL films. It's amazing, who's been dead for years, and it didn't work. I'm not good with voices.
Chargers with a mint julep on the front porch.
Not even my own. I should go home and do something else for a living.
Why?
What?
Oh, I'm just not feeling good about it. I should be better with voices.
Well, good news. Captain Crunch finally got his real uniform, the adequate uniform.
I saw that headline today, but didn't stop to read it. What was that about?
From the very beginning, Captain Crunch didn't have a captain's uniform. And for the 60th anniversary, they have fixed that. The captain mascot, Horatio Magellan Crunch.
What?
That's his name.
Horatio?
It's always been wrong. The gold stripes on his sleeve are below his rank. An American naval captain wears 4 gold bars on his sleeves. But Captain Crunch has always had fewer, initially wearing only 1, then 2, which meant lieutenant, then 3, which meant commander. So they finally given him the 4 bars on his uniforms. I think that's kind of wholesome and cute.
Yeah, but it's like they had a big thing yesterday that said there is an egregious error in Oppenheimer. It's like, wonder what that is. They got something factually inaccurate, and it's just that in, I guess, one of the scenes, it's 1945. You see the American flag, and the American flag has 50 stars. And in reality, the American flag didn't have 50 stars until 1960 when Alaska and Hawaii were added as states. And in 1945, there were only 48 stars.
Son of a bitch. I don't want to see it anymore.
Man,
It's an oversight.
Like that. It is an oversight, granted, but that's an agree. Who's going to stop? Most people don't stop and count the stars on the flag.
Yeah,
Nobody-
who's the person that's doing that caught that?
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
it
Well, you
doesn't-
can look at it
you
probably if you're a
can
flag
see-
enthusiast. You can
And
probably
catch
look
it.
at it and tell.
Yeah, I can see
The
that
difference.
But it's just like that's not an egregious error to me that changes. It doesn't. Most people don't notice, so it doesn't influence the shot. It doesn't change the facts of the situation. It doesn't. You don't look at it and go, well, I can't even watch the rest of this now.
But you look at it and go, oh, well, that's neat to know.
I like, yeah, agreed. I like knowing it. Not as bad as was it Game of Thrones and there was a Starbucks cup in a scene in Game of Thrones. Like that kind of stuff makes me laugh. Those are fun to see.
Bad.
Continuity.
Yeah. Yes.
The continuity.
Or you watch a movie that's set in a certain period. It's like a period piece, and all the cars on the street in the shot are of that time, but what they don't do is catch the cars that are like crossing at the end of the street. You see like a current car drive by, and you go, well, damn, that just ruined the whole shot. I can't even think about this movie now.
Yeah. We on a budget.
Yeah.
If you look at these flags side by side, the 48 stars are all in a row, like lined up, and they're offset in the 50 stars. So they really didn't have to look that hard.
That's what I figure. If you pay attention to that, if you know that kind of stuff, you probably see it pretty fast. But it's not an egregious.
Yeah, they made it
error.
sound as if they completely changed a story or completely altered the facts of the movie.
So, Rob, tell everybody why Meredith got mad at you.
So last night I was about to go take a shower, so I had to go to my clothes basket to get underwear and an undershirt, and there was a new dog bed on top of it. And I said, well, "Can I put this?" I said, "It's a dog bed. Do you mind if I put it on the ground?" She goes, "No, I don't want it to get dog hair all over it." And I looked at her and I said, "You're telling me you don't want the effing dog hair on the new dog bed?" And I threw it on the ground.
That's a good point.
And then she went and picked it up and put it back on top of my clothes.
So wait, what is it for then?
I don't know. It's for dogs. I don't know what the deal, why she doesn't want to get dog hair on it now. It's going to have it eventually.
And of all the places to put it, it's on top of your clothes that you need. I mean, there's 100 surfaces. Go put it in the closet.
Maybe it's a gift for somebody else who has a dog and
Nope.
she doesn't want dog hair on it yet.
Nope. She said it's Evie's new bed.
Now, is Evie the good one or the
Yeah,
bad
the
one?
good one.
Now, would you be pissed if she bought something for that?
I'd have thrown that shit outside.
After I peed on it.
The only space for this new dog bed is on top of your clothing.
So, did she say why she was worried about dog hair getting on it at that time?
No. She just picked it back up and put it on top. And I was like, I'm just going to go take a shower and go to bed then. It's fine. I was dying laughing, though, and after she said that. I mean, I was mad at first, but I was like, do you understand why this is ridiculous?
Wow.
That's like, my mom not buying snacks and stuff for us and saying it's because we just eat it.
Yeah.
But she actually meant eat it all at one time.
Yeah.
I don't know what don't get dog hair on the dog bed.
I mean, every time I see it on my clothes from now on, I'm going to put it on the ground.
Yeah. Is she encouraging the dog to get up in the bed?
Well, the dog comes up in the bed before we go to sleep, and then we put her in the cage because I can't sleep with a dog laying on top of me.
Yeah. So the dog his new bed is on top of your clothes.
Yeah, the dog didn't even use it last night in her crate. I don't know what is it is, if it's like for her birthday. She doesn't know when that is.
Ooh. You can't be saying that.
Well, no, remember, she says it to him every day. Happy birthday.
Yeah, but I mean, you act like that they don't have a birthday.
She said it to him.
Ace's wife would be pissed because their dog had his 9th birthday this past weekend.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Special day. He got special dog treats. He got to swim in the pool at the in-laws' house. He got to run around out there.
He got his picture put up on social media and a big long message to him.
He got eggs in his dog food and all kinds of stuff.
I didn't know that little bastard could read.
Yeah, he had a whole big
or
day.
had social media.
It was a big day for him.
Yeah, well.
Y'all need to get him on TV or something.
I know.
If he can read social media posts.
He's very thankful.
Wow.
I was going to text her, mess with her about that, but then I thought she might not think that's funny. Like, oh my God. Get that dog to Ripley's Believe It or Not right now. He can read.
I need to go.
He's sweet, though, that dog is.
He's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
He's awesome.
He's sweet.
Little floppy ears.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, the way Rob talked about that bad dog that they've got, it seems like they're just in a prison. That dog's got them in a prison in their house.
Yeah, she's gone until Friday, so it's been a good week, and it'll continue to be until Friday.
I just don't understand how. Well, I guess I do, but does the dog? Does Meredith agree that the dog hampers y'all's lives?
Yeah, I think so. I think she would agree, especially since every time, like for example, she said next week is going to be a good week for you because I got to get up early so we can go to bed early. And I went, will the dog be there? And she said, yeah. I said, it won't be a good week then.
What does the dog do that is just ruining your life?
Because she can't be in the same room as the other dog.
They have to keep them separate. They have to keep her behind a gate
and then
in the house.
When you have her separated from you, the other dog, she sits at the gate and whines the whole time.
So this one dog essentially ruins every moment of the day. You have to work around that dog constantly.
Yeah,
she probably knows that you guys don't like her either.
No, but then the other dog will put her in that area and not give her any attention for almost way more times, simply because the other dog just whines when she's on the other side of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know why you would have something that hampers your life that much that you don't have to have.
It's tough. Yeah.
You
know what I do?
mean, because dogs are property. They're meant to be enjoy and bring joy to the family. They're not meant to, it's not like you're taking on something that you have to do for a crazy dog.
Causes stress and tears the family apart.
What were you going to say, Ricky?
If your dog ever acts bad, if you charge over to them and put your finger in their face and say, "Do it again, and I'll kill you." That's what I typically do.
Funnier than your average podcast. This is the Extra Funny Podcast, presented by Neogenics. Find out more about Neogenics at acetj.com/Neogenics. More Extra Funny podcasts next.
Our next big live show is going to be Friday night, July 28th at the Hot Happening Overflow at Langtree in the Lake Norman area of Charlotte, just off I-77, exit 31.
The only way to get your invitation is to be a member of Ace TJ Prime. It's free, but you got to be a member of Ace TJ Prime. Prime Plus members will be invited first 24 hours before Prime members. That's another advantage of Ace TJ Prime. Overflow is incredible. Check it out at acetj.com/overflow.
Hey, let's talk about pain for just a second. If you've been told that you have a torn rotator cuff or your knee is bone to bone or you need a hip replacement, that's going to be the only option that you have, or some sort of a bulging disc in your low back and you're looking for an alternative to surgery with no medications and no downtime, well, these are specific reasons why so many people have turned to our friends at Neogenics. The professionals, the doctors at Neogenics have life-changing stem cell therapy waiting for you.
We're talking about getting rid of that nagging pain without surgery, without downtime. And the best part about it is they've got a 90% success rate because they do things the right way every day. And it all starts with a realistic assessment of whether or not they believe they can help you. Here's what you do. You get a free consultation right now. Just call 704-727-6551, 704-727-6551, or go to acetj.com/neogenics. That's acetj.com/neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain. At the Ace and TJ Show, we are all about a good time for a great cause, and that is exactly what's happening Monday, November 13th with the Ace and TJ Golf Tournament to benefit our charity, Peyton's Promise. Get details now at acetj.com/golf.
This pepperoni was carefully placed by hand by a pizza maker at Papa John's. Just like this one, and that one over there. Ooh, and even these in the crust. Get yourself the new epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza, only at Papa John's.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Coming up tomorrow on Ace TJ TV. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show, live starting at 6 Eastern, then available on demand anytime once done after 9. This is Ace TJ TV.
The dictionary defines extra as extravagant, excessive. Yeah, sounds about right. This is the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show.
Dig it, dig it. So earlier in the regular old morning show / podcast show / Ace and TJ show, we were talking about this new trend of people who are all into marijuana, having marijuana-themed weddings. Okay, so if you could have a maybe not it doesn't have to be a wedding, I guess, but a themed event around your favorite thing, what would it be? Alexis, yours would still be the dope, right?
No.
Would that not be your theme? Say it's a theme wedding. Let's just go with it, with that.
Yeah.
So obviously, if somebody's having a weed wedding, then that's their favorite thing. Their most important thing in their lives is weed.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have a weed wedding, though.
What would you have?
Like a cute baby animal cuddly fest wedding.
A cuddly fest wedding.
Yeah.
So there would be live animals there?
Mm-hmm. Like a petting zoo, I guess, of all types.
Okay.
Don't invite me.
Would it be animals up at the, like holding puppies or something while you
They
had
would
the
bring the
whole theme?
rings and stuff. It'd be so cute.
The ring bear.
The ring bear. It would be like
my
a cute
God.
bear cub. I love that. That'd be cute.
We ate at a restaurant in Nashville this past weekend. The title of it was The Dog Something Another. And like if you ordered chicken tenders and all, they would bring it in a dog bowl.
Oh, it's cute.
Mm-hmm. Thank God I didn't order chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Eat out of a damn dog bowl.
I don't like that for some reason.
No.
I don't know why, but that's just, I'm not eating out of a dog bowl.
Something about it. I would be like,
don't do that.
No, thank you.
So there were multiple dishes that came in a dog bowl? Or just the chicken? I'm just curious.
I think multiple.
Yeah, it was probably like
different ones.
It's part of the theme. It's supposed to be fun.
I got a Philadelphia cheesesteak sandwich, and it didn't come in a dog bowl. It might as well just come in the toilet and save me some time. What would yours be, Riggins? Your theme?
Maybe a cheesesteak.
Would be
That would fun. Yeah.
cheesesteak
We have
wedding.
a cheesesteak wedding.
Have
Yeah.
people wear costumes dressed like the cheesesteak?
Yeah, or a water park. I think we have.
Yeah.
No one's ever having a bad time at a water park.
That's true.
Yeah, I love a water park.
Right. Rob hates a water park.
I mean, if I used to like them when I was young, but now it's giant human petri dish to me when I look out there. But if you could have it all to yourself,
Yeah, clean one. Then you can kind of hang out, dance, eat some food, and then everybody kind of does their own thing, and you can all convert. You can all get together in one communal place. It'd be sick.
Yeah, I would like that. I would go to a water park wedding.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, do a couple slides at night, and it'd be fun.
Ace, would yours be Kiss, the rock band?
No, it'd be
Still?
LSU.
It'd be LSU.
I'd do LSU wedding.
More so than wrestling?
Yeah.
If you get married in a wrestling ring?
No, by far. It'd be LSU.
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
What if Ric Flair was your officiant?
No.
Yeah.
No, he ain't going to get married by nobody but a preacher.
Oh my God, that killed him! That killed him!
Nobody but a preacher or a man that works at the resort in Jamaica.
He was a preacher.
Yeah. The witch doctor.
Stop.
Regular preacher of a church.
Say that.
Voodoo man is who he was.
That's right.
out there.
Very by the Jamaican voodoo, man.
So, Rob, would yours be Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, that'd be cool, but I was thinking more like karaoke themed.
Oh,
Like
but how you dress up like a karaoke?
Well, I don't know. Just
So basically, you would just be the one that was singing karaoke the entire time.
No, I like.
And you'd be like, "This is the theme," but you have to hear me sing the whole time.
It's basically my concert.
Exactly.
Welcome to my show.
You didn't know this when you agreed to come, but
The opening act was in the ceremony. Now you're just here for my show.
Feel free to dance if you want.
Don't make too much noise with your forks while you're eating.
I'm going to slow it down real
But
quick.
I would rather go to a Rob karaoke concert wedding, though, than a Dungeons and Dragons one.
Yeah.
Especially if you got to wear costumes and
Oh,
stuff.
that'd be cool though.
yeah. See, I'm not into like cosplay stuff, so that's why I don't think I'd want to do like a themed one like that.
Like a LARP.
Yeah, no
LARPing
thanks.
wedding.
Yeah,
I'd probably do,
costumes
like-
are hot.
Yeah.
Like heat hot, make you sweat.
It's bad enough you got to dress up in a suit for a wedding.
Yeah.
Forest wedding with like mushrooms and stuff. That'd be so cute.
Whimsical forest.
Yeah,
wedding.
like a whimsical forest wedding.
Like you're an elf or something.
Yeah. Elves and fairies. I like it.
Yeah.
What was that? You never want to hear your boyfriend described as whimsical. Somebody said that. I forget who it was. That's true, though. You never want to hear your boyfriend or husband described as whimsical.
Would you go to a forest wedding?
If it's
Regan?
Alexis's forest wedding, yeah, sure. I'll bite the bullet. That's fine.
You're gonna be
But-
sitting on mushrooms.
Oh God.
It's gonna
like-
be the scene.
It's like a Mad Hatter tea party.
Yeah,
is what I'm
exactly like
picturing,
that.
God no.
Is your mama gonna be able to come to your wedding whenever you get married?
Yeah.
She can go to, but if you had it in a church, she wouldn't be able to,
No.
would she?
So as long as it's not in a church, she can come.
Unless it's at the hall.
Yeah,
Jehovah's
Kingdom Hall.
Witness.
But they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me get
Yeah.
married there.
Yeah, you've been disfellowship.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not disfellowship, but I just
quit.
Yeah, I quit.
He quit before they could fire you.
Yup.
That is exactly what happened.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.